This Use a Plane is brought to you by...
Everyone's looking for more space.
How many pairs of shoes do you need?
Closet space.
Circle again, I think I see one.
Parking space.
And that is how Pythagoras theorem works, understand?
Even headspace. But when it comes to data storage, MyCloud from Lime has plenty of room for you. Upgrade to a Lime data plan of 500 megs or more and get 3 gigs of MyCloud data storage free. It's great for storing photos, music, and much more. So don't delete it. Store it on MyCloud from Lime. It's the only space to be.
Upgrade to Lime!
Welcome to the Barbados Today morning update for this beautiful Thursday, January 22nd, 2015. I'm Dawn Paris. Hope you had a restful bank holiday and thanks for joining us. Well, there's been talk of money unaccounted for in the program that has seen 90 Nigerians coming to Barbados to study, but a top official from the Delta State in Nigeria says that's not the case, at least not so far. Deputy Governor of the Delta State, Professor Amos Utuama, told the media at the end of a 3-day fact-finding mission yesterday that there is no indication at this point that any of the $4.5 million allocated to the Barbados leg of the program is missing.
If the time comes, the school fees of the student cannot be paid, and she comes to tell us one story or the other, and we demand the money, and she fails to give the money back to us or refund the money or pay the school fees, then we know money is missing. So that is our attitude, because we want to save this program. There's nothing to suggest to us that any money is missing at this point in time.
Utuama also suggested that the problems facing the program, including the students' claims of unsatisfactory accommodations at Casa Grande Hotel, had been blown out of proportion by the media. Prime Minister Fundell Stewart has advised Speaker of the House Michael Carrington to seek legal counsel as controversy swirls around him remaining in the chair in the midst of a publicized legal dispute with a former client. Stewart was clear in his support of Carrington, who's an attorney, when Parliament met on Tuesday, and the Speaker refused to bow to opposition demands that he vacate the chair. Yesterday, he told reporters that the matter was being handled.
I do not think that once these issues have been resolved, that there are going to be any adverse implications for the Democratic Labour Party. And I can assure you, based on all the information available to me, that the outstanding issues are going to be properly resolved. I advise the Speaker not to try to deal with the matter himself, to retain a lawyer. There's an old maxim that any lawyer who tries to represent himself has a fool for a client. And therefore, I advise them not to deal with the matter himself, to have one of his colleagues deal with it for him. I am aware that that advice has been taken and that the matter is being handled in the normal way. So I don't think there's anything to worry about.
Meantime, the Prime Minister has denied reports that a cabinet reshuffle is imminent. He says when he's ready to make the changes, the public will know.
When the time comes, and I think it expedient or necessary to restructure the government of Barbados, I will do so. Ministers are carrying out their responsibilities, and if at any stage I determine that I think that the relationship between a particular minister's attitudes and a job that I want done can best be done by asking that minister to function somewhere else, I will do that. But it is not an issue. I have not made any public statement anywhere that there's going to be any cabinet reshuffles, and I don't allow people to create issues for me.
Stewart was speaking to the media after the unveiling of the Yariko Monument at Kendall Plantation in St. John yesterday. The Barbados Workers' Union won't be used by any political party. That declaration from General Secretary Tony Moore, who says her union will not back down from any issue that affects the rights and welfare of workers, regardless of which political party is in power. She says the BWU is moving along on its own path and has no political affiliation.
The Barbados Workers Union is not shying away from the issues of a 24-hour economy, the issues of an employment rights tribunal, or any other issues for that matter. We are also not going to be misled by any approach that does not ensure that the legitimacy and the importance of workers' concerns are maintained. The BWU, as the largest union in Barbados and the most representative union in the private sector, has always and will always continue to ensure that your voice is heard when the appropriate forum for discussion is constituted.
The BWU General Secretary made the declaration as she addressed comrades gathered at the BWU's Labour College to celebrate Errol Barrow Day. Jamaican Carrion Kelly will appear in court today, charged in connection with an attack that has left another woman hospitalized with severe burns. The 25-year-old, who resides at Barkers Road, Haggett Hall, St. Michael, will face a charge of committing serious bodily harm. She allegedly got into an altercation with the woman on January 8th. She will appear in the District A Magistrates Court.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
It's grand. It's a celebration, and it's just for you. It's Barbados Today's birthday bash, and we are big on giving. Join the party and dance away with this fantastic deal. Book a full-page graphic ad during our birthday week, January 26th to 30, for an unbelievable $500. Or book 5 email blasts. Or better yet, take both offers and get great value. Join the celebrations on the #1 media platform of choice. RSVP with our Barbados Today birthday team or Misa and Tamisha at 417-1000. Let's get this party started.
We continue with regional news now, and we begin in Trinidad, where disgruntled students at the St. Augustine campus of the University of the West Indies are threatening to stage fresh protests. Yesterday, the students locked down the campus from as early as 4 o'clock in the morning to just before noon, demanding the release of their grades. Grades are being withheld by lecturers who are protesting the failure of the UWI to pay outstanding monies. Last July, the West Indies group of university teachers signed an agreement for a 6% increase in wages. They received their new wages but did not get back pay. Over to Jamaica now. Lawmakers will decide on April 28th whether or not the country will adopt the Caribbean Court of Justice as its final court of appeal. Parliamentarians will vote on 3 bills which require 2/3 majority in both houses to be passed. The Portion Simpson Miller-led administration and the opposition Jamaica Labour Party are bitterly divided on the matter. The government believes Jamaica is fully ready to join the CCJ, but the opposition is making a case for the country to set up its own appellate court. The government has the votes of a 2-1 ratio in the lower house, but it requires an opposition member to take its side in the Senate. On the international front now, teachers in northwestern Pakistan have criticized a government plan that will allow them to carry weapons to defend schools from militant attacks. Speakers at a teachers' convention said their job was to educate, not to provide security. The local authority, which announced the plan last week, insisted no teacher would be forced to carry a weapon. Taliban gunmen stormed a school last month and killed more than 150 people, most of them children. And that's where we end this morning's Barbados Today update. But don't worry, there's more news to come in our evening update. You can also keep abreast of all the latest news and sports by logging on to www.barbadostoday.bb and following us on Facebook and Twitter. You can also watch our updates on Izumi Media, in bus terminals, and on Screenplay at gas stations across the island. And don't forget, Channel 101 on Lime TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Dawn Paris. Have a safe and productive day, and remember to join us again.
This news update is brought to you by...
Everyone's looking for more space.
How many pairs of shoes do you need?
Closet space.
Circle again, I think I see one.
Parking space.
And that is how Pythagoras theorem works. Understand?
Even headspace. But when it comes to data storage, MyCloud from Lime has plenty of room for you. Upgrade to a Lime data plan of 500 megs or more and get 3 gigs of MyCloud data storage free. It's great for storing photos, music, and much more. So don't delete it. Store it on MyCloud from Lime. It's the only space to be.